Today we're going to check the AI visibility of this company, Maildoso. We're going to check their overall AI visibility on 15 prompts on ChatGPT, Google AI Overview and Claude, and across 3 different countries. We're going to look at their AI mentions, their overall AI visibility. We're going to check their competitive ranking, basically how they rank among their competitors. And we're also going to have a look at the list of all the different sources, websites and platforms that these LLMs use to generate their answer. Maildoso, it's a cold email infrastructure provider. So basically, they provide inboxes and domains built specifically for your outreach cold email campaigns. In short, they focus on deliverability. They provide the SMTP. They provide the Google Workspace official account to help you to send hundreds, thousands of emails per day. They fully focus on infrastructures. They don't focus on the sequences. They don't send the email directly. To do so, you need to leverage another solution like Instantly, Smart Lead, or Lemlist. Okay, so to have a look at their AI visibility, I created a project in Clairon. I named my project Maildoso, and I already came up with 15 prompts with both intent, commercial, and transactional. And I used the brand new features of Clairon, Enrich Prompt, to get an estimated volume of search and a difficulty for Maildoso to be visible on this prompt. So now I'm going to select all this prompt and save the selected prompt, and we're going to move to the prompt setting configuration. I'm going to check their visibility on the United Kingdom, the US, and let's go with Australia. So we can have a look at their AI visibility globally. And we're going to go for ChatGPT, AI Overview, and Claude. I'm going to apply the settings to all the prompts, and I'm going to start the analysis. Okay, so after a few minutes, Clairon ran all the prompts, and we got the result from ChatGPT, AI Overview, and Claude. Here on the prompt library, we have like an overview of the visibility, but if we want to get detailed results, we're going to click here on Prompt Result. So what we can see here is that Maildoso has been mentioned 25 times across the 135 prompt execution, which represent a visibility share of 18%, basically, which is not low, which is average, let's say. There is a lot of room for improvement. And then we have the breakdown per LLMs, per platforms, and per country. So basically, their visibility is quite the same across the different countries. 9 mentions in the US, 8 in the UK, 8 in Australia. So basically, they are not more visible in a country compared to the other. And for the LLMs, they are basically invisible in ChatGPT, much more visible in AI Overview, which is a good sign because AI Overview is quite linked to their SEO. So it means their SEO, at least they should have a strong SEO foundation or a good SEO foundation, and average low visibility on Claude. We can also realize that they have been mentioned on 9 prompts out of the 15 we are targeting. So in terms of prompt coverage, it's quite solid as well. So now if I want to have a look at their competitive ranking, I'm going to click here on competitor ranking. And what I can see straight away is they rank number 6 across the 175 competitors that has been mentioned by ChatGPT, Claude, and AI Overview. On the different prompts, we analyze with an average ranking of 4.2, which means that on average, they sit around the 4th position. If we have a look quickly at the top 5, we can see that Mailforge.ai is the leading firm, the one that has been the most mentioned and recommended by the LLMs. Then we have Instantly, SmartLeave, Infraforge.ai, and then MailRiff. And Maildoso sits here in 6th position, just above Sales ND. What we can also see is, to me, we have two clear leaders here, MailForge and Instantly, with 50 plus mentions. And then we have SmartLeaf that is basically in between. But overall, we have, we'll say, a solid top 4 with 30 plus mentions. If we look at the competitive ranking per LLM and per country, starting with the UK, we can see that overall, like across all the platform, Maildoso is not in the top 5 as well. They rank 7 in the UK overall, but 5th in AI overview. So they're part of the top 5 for AI overview. If I continue to scroll down, in the US, same, they are not part of the top 5 overall. They rank number 8, but they are still part of the top 5 for AI overview. They rank actually number 4. And lastly, in Australia, they are part of the top 5. They rank number 5, and they rank number 5 for AI overview, for Claude, and not for ChatGPT. We can have exactly the same information actually if we click here. But if we just want to have a look, let's say, at AI overview, so across the 3 different locations, they rank number 5 in AI overview, actually quite solid, very close to SmartLead, very close to InfraForge. And lastly, we're going to have a look at the sources this LLM used to generate their answer. We're going to click here on sources used. And what we can see first, it's more than 280 website unique domain has been used by these LLMs, and that represent more than 1,300 unique URLs used by the LLMs. And across all these domains, basically, Maildoso website has been used 15 times, and they do rank 21st position in this source ranking. The website that has been the most used is mailforge.ai, and actually that's why there's been the most recommended brand in the competitive ranking. Then YouTube, as always, for SaaS solution, for IT solution, YouTube is always a top platform used by the LLMs, and that's definitely a channel I will recommend anyone to leverage, and so especially Maildoso. Then we have Sales Handy, PrimeForge, and Salesforge. So basically, all this company, all this website has been used more than 50 times. For Maildoso, only 15. So to me, it means definitely that Maildoso does not have proper content that help them to be trusted and so recommended by the LLMs, and that's definitely something they should start doing more or better. If again we look at the breakdown per platform and per country, in the UK it's pretty much the same. We have LeadsMonkey, part of the top 5, which is not part of the top 5 overall. YouTube still there. In the US, pretty much the same as well, used to be still part of the top 5. And in Australia, actually, you see YouTube ranked number 1 in Australia. And we have Reddit, that is part of the top 5. Actually, if we want to check quickly Reddit, you can search Reddit here. And you can see that Reddit has been used 45 time. So if I remove the search and I go back to the entire ranking, to me it means that Reddit is part of the top 10 actually, and rank number 7. If you want to have more details about Reddit, you can click here on the Reddit features, and here you're going to have the list of all the sub Reddit that this LLM used, and more importantly, the unique, like the specific Reddit threads that has been used by ChatGPT, AI Overview, and Claude, with the information if your brand, so if Maildoso for this video, has been cited at least one, which apparently it has been the case for these 3 threads and all these threads. basically. So it shows you also, and again, the importance of YouTube and Reddit as a platform to leverage to increase your chances to be recommended by this LLM. So in short, the AI visibility of Maildoso is average to solid. It's not emerging. It's a bit better than that. They are visible the same in the different countries we targeted for this initial audit. They are more visible in AI overview, which means their SEO foundation should be very solid, but barely visible in ChatGPT. So to me, it means they need to run a dedicated GEO strategy to make sure or to increase their chances to be recommended by LLMs like ChatGPT and Claude. And then make sure that Maildoso is going to leverage YouTube, because YouTube is the second most used website and platform by all these LLM, and to make sure to leverage Reddit as well, because Reddit ranks number 7 and is extremely important for SaaS solution and IT solution in general. We are recording this type of live GEO audit video every week. So if you want to check if your brand, if your company is visible on AI search, it's very simple. Just drop a comment below with the name of your company and your website URL. Bye-bye.